Have you ever asked yourself this? A newborn baby weighing just 3 kilos. It can't keep itself warm at all. It can't even feed itself either. All it knows how to do is cry. Crying very loud, you hear me? On the harsh savanna of Africa. That cry is like a death bell. Because saber-toothed tigers hear it all. Yet humans still manage to survive. Thousands of generations have been born. There's something really strange about that. How did they keep their babies alive? The question sounds simple, but it's not. Meet a little boy named Kale. Kale was born just 3 days ago. Kale's tribe has 17 people. They live on a dangerous savanna. Kale's brain is still very small, only 1/4 the size of an adult's. A newborn baby chimpanzee already has a brain nearly half grown. Why is there so much difference? Here's why. Because the human brain is huge. So huge it can't squeeze through. If born full term, a baby's head would get stuck in the mother's pelvis. Both would die, for real. Nature found a way to solve this. A bit cruel, but extremely smart. It forced humans to give birth early. Babies are born premature by design. A 3-day-old child like Kale would die within just a few hours, if left all alone by itself. So what was the ancient solution? They didn't have any space heaters. No formula milk or hospitals either. They only had one single thing. That thing is each other. Scientists call it cooperative breeding. Sounds like textbook theory, doesn't it? No, it's very real actually. In Kale's tribe, there are 9 people. 9 people take turns holding Kale. Grandma, aunt, uncle, older cousin. Kale gets passed from hand to hand. Hundreds of times every single day. A baby almost never touches the ground. Can you even imagine that? There's a scientist named Kristen Hawkes. She studies grandmothers, and she found something very strange. Women hit menopause earlier than other species. Why would that be, I wonder? Because they stop having kids to raise grandkids. An experienced grandmother can double the survival rate. Double, do you hear me clearly? Data from traditional tribes shows grandma is the most important factor. More important than any available medicine. But it's not only grandmas, okay? Aunts, uncles, older siblings. Everyone joins in on the carrying. The child doesn't belong to just 2 parents. The child belongs to the entire tribe. Have you heard the saying, it takes a village? That saying is not just a philosophy. It's a real survival technique. Look at how they carry Kale. Kale is wrapped against the mother all day. Skin-to-skin contact is very important. It helps Kale keep his body warm. Kale's heartbeat becomes much more stable. His breathing also becomes a lot more regular. A study comparing different societies found that babies who are carried a lot will cry up to 50% less. 50%, that's a huge number. It's not because babies are good or bad. It's because carrying is a biological need. A baby left all alone will cry like a distress signal, and that signal attracts saber-toothed tigers. Sleep is the same way, my friends. Kale never sleeps alone. Never ever. I'm emphasizing that. In 99% of human history, newborns sleep on an adult's body. Not a crib, not a separate room. Anthropologist James McKenna says, an adult's breathing during sleep helps regulate the baby's own breathing, greatly reduces the risk of SIDS. Co-sleeping is not a natural choice. It's the biological default, seriously. Only in the last few thousand years, humans started separating babies into their own rooms. And you know what? It's worth saying. The rate of sleep disorders in children is now higher than any time in history. We are running a huge experiment on our own children, seriously, without any instruction manual at all. Kale started solids at 6 months old. Not pureed cereal powder. Definitely not organic food pouches. Kale's mother chewed meat and bone marrow, then transferred it from her mouth to his. Does that gross you out a little? Yeah, it grosses me out too. But let's think again for a second. This action transfers beneficial bacteria, helps Kale's immune system develop. Chimpanzees do the same thing. Neanderthals did the same thing too. This is an extremely ancient behavior. Not to mention hunter-gatherer children's teeth were healthier than Bronze Age children's teeth. Why? It's very simple. Because they ate absolutely everything. Marrow, meat, eggs, tubers, fruit, fish. While Bronze Age children ate porridge. And tooth decay started right there. This is a truth textbooks won't teach you. Ancient people didn't have refrigerators. No bottled water, no antibiotics. About 30 to 50% of children died before age 5. A terrifying number. Let's pause for just 1 second. That doesn't mean they didn't care. They cried. They grieved. They buried their children carefully. Archaeologists find children's graves. With flowers, with toys, with animal bones. That grief was real, my friend. And they tried absolutely everything. They used willow bark to reduce pain, honey to disinfect wounds, garlic to fight infections. They didn't understand what germs were, but they accumulated knowledge over thousands of years. In modern hunter-gatherer societies, the father is within arm's reach of his child, nearly 47% of the time. Impressive, right? Higher than most fathers today. Does that number surprise you? We won the war against child death. Vaccines, clean water, antibiotics. Child mortality dropped by 96%. That's a huge victory. No one argues that. But what did we trade for it? Nuclear families instead of extended families. Parents go to work, child stays home alone. Bouncers, swings, electric cribs. Things designed so you don't have to hold the baby. Postpartum depression rates have skyrocketed. Parental burnout is a silent epidemic. Social isolation is the new normal. Do you see the contradiction here? We have better technology, but we are lonelier than ever. Ancient people only had one thing: each other. That's simply it. Kale's story is just a small story, but it reveals one big truth. Children survive when they are connected, and suffer when they are isolated. If you are watching this video right now, you are the result of that chain of success. Thousands of generations did not fail. Think about that for a very long time. And if this video means something to you, please leave a comment down below. Tell me one thing your grandparents taught you. Subscribe to the channel to see the next parts. Because we are going to go even further. Travel back in time to find the lessons. Lessons that ancient people knew very well. Thank you, and see you next time.